Johnny's Bite.
If you go to work, I'll watch my cartoons.
Hey! Sorry, eh?
Johnny, here I want you to join the crusade. I've watched you. You know, I've watched you. Sometimes our people disagree with you, but I mean, I understand some of your approach. I mean, sometimes we take a hard bite. It helps us as politicians.
Nowadays, when I listen to you, I even panic.
Why?
Maybe, hey,
Why do you panic?
the way you, Papa, you know, Papa, what you used to fan charcoal.
Right.
You've seen it,
right?
When you fan it, then the charcoal goes bright red.
This is a call for accountability.
You fan government's charcoal. It's bright red.
It's a call for accountability.
I enjoy it.
Johnny, first and foremost, let me take this opportunity because I've been seeing you for quite some time. You are doing very good job for the mother Ghana. Remain undaunted.
This is our society,
Right.
and it will take me and you to do it. That's why I always watch Johnny's Bite.
The general watches Johnny's Bite.
Every day.
Thank you very much.
And it's devoid of insults, but straight to the point, factual and fearless.
Charlie, no be joke. The pressure people like Johnny can give you.
No.
You know, get grey hair, you go get grey hair.
I'm innocent.
And that's what I'm saying. That the pressure Johnny and his people, the pressure they can give you, you know, get grey hair, you go get. So your best bet is not to have hair.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. Trust you're fine this morning. Well, I want to say a special good morning to Electricity Corporation of Ghana, or Company of Ghana. There's no doom saw in this country, I know. The energy minister has told me that there's doom CSA. I know. But when my light goes off without announcement, and there's no apology that comes with it, even though you have collected my money in the name of prepaid credit, there's a problem. And you see, it is only courteous that if you are rendering a service to me that I've already paid for, and you are unable to deliver the service, there should be the courtesy to apologize to me or to inform me that due to A, B, C, and D, you would not be able to get power. But it looks as if you're taking the whole country for granted. Our lights go off. There's no explanation. Occasionally, Gridco will issue a notice and tell us that they don't know what happened. They are trying to understand the problem as it were. And then, okay, eventually the light comes back. But I'm saying that the regular light off that we get, I don't get it. And I don't think that after paying for a service, if you paid for food at the restaurant, ECG manager, Mr. Mahama, Lawyer Mahama, if you paid for food at the restaurant and the food doesn't come in time or the food doesn't come at all, you will be happy about it. You will not be happy about it. That's how Ghanaians feel. That is how Ghanaians feel, that unannounced your light goes off, unannounced your gadgets get spoiled, there's no compensation, unannounced, everything is just happening anyhow, nobody's explaining anything. I know you are new, but you are working with a structure. So please investigate that structure and ask them a question. Are they doing this to justify why they need huge tariffs as proposed to the PURC? Are they doing that? Same thing for Ghana Water Company. The easiest thing for you to do is not to ask for huge tariffs to say you want to serve us better, because the monies we gave to you earlier to serve us better, you have proven that you are not serving us any better. So we encourage you this morning to go and fix the illegal connections all over. Electricity, illegal connections. Water, illegal connections. Go and fix that. Go and chase them, disconnect them, prosecute them. Retrieve your monies. Those big corporations and government institutions that owe you, go and chase them. Collect your monies. Your monies are stuck there. No good businessman will have money in the hands of people and still come back to come and increase the prices of goods and services because they have failed to collect the monies that are originally owed them. No good businessman, no shrewd businessman does that. It doesn't happen anywhere. So if you are using these tactics, closing the pipe and putting off our lights intermittently so that we say, okay, then let's give them the tariff so that they can provide better service, you lie bad. Go and collect the monies that are owed you. Stop the illegal connections. Go and collect the monies. Government owes you, collect your money. Big companies in Ghana owe you, go and collect your money. Leave the private people alone. We buy 200, 150, 70, 20 Ghana cedis. Those small ones that we buy too, you want to come and add on to it. What's the problem? What's the problem? Go and collect your money. Go on a revenue mobilization drive. Go and collect your money. Be aggressive there. That is where the problem is. And I want to see if PURC will grant you those ridiculous cutthroat tariffs that you have brought to them. Go and collect your monies. Go and collect your monies this morning. And stop putting the light off unannounced and without courtesy and not telling us and apologizing to us. It's rude. So good morning to you. Mr. Mahama, good morning. You have work to do. Good morning to you. Engineer Clifford, good morning to you. All my friends, but I'm saying good morning to you because I have paid for the service. I want the service to be delivered at top notch, at optimal level. That's not what you are serving us. And if I run my business with electricity, if I'm a barber, and that was one of the key points that you campaigned on. Remember in 2016, you campaigned that the barber goes to work, he is not able to get electricity to crop hair, the welder goes to work, they don't get electricity to weld cars. You use that for campaign. So now that you are in power, why are you repeating the same things? And you're not even apologizing for it. You don't have a timetable. Why are you doing that? Anyway. Now, I quickly want to talk about Nkranza South because I think that the lack of the system's ability to punish people for wrongdoing is what is festering that confidence there. It does appear that the state is sponsoring the killing of innocent citizens. You may disagree, that's fine, that's the beauty of democracy. But I'm saying that we saw what happened in the Jura. What happened to the Jura report? The Jura report, after we had that 3-member commission, it kept a long time before the report was released. Eventually, when the report was released, we were told that people were going to be given compensation. Have they been given compensation? The compensation, as was stated in the Jura report, have they been given the compensation? The people who were fingered in the Jura report, have they been punished? No, I'm asking a question. The minister who said, I shot the sheriff, I ordered the intervention of the military, has he been held accountable? He's still opposed. So we hounded and chased out Salisu Bamba, who was the MCE at the time. But I'm saying that the Jura report, how did we conclude the Jura report? How did we conclude the Ayawaso West Wogon report? And now we have Nkranza South on our hands. And the police who are being fingered for shooting the innocent citizen have been now asked to withdraw. They have withdrawn their services and they said they will leave a small contingent there for 2 weeks. You who are supposed to be protecting us end up shooting us. And now when trouble comes, you withdraw, like Salisu Bamba did. When trouble came in Nigeria, he ran away. Meanwhile, he's the boss of the Security Council. He ran away. People don't like me saying that he ran away, but he ran away. The police now in Nkranza South are also running away. So who will go and face it? When you bring fly or insect-infested firewood to the house, you deal with the consequences. So Ghana Police Service, IGP Dampari, this morning, that news that we got yesterday, that the men have been withdrawn and that only a small contingent is being kept there, is a no, 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 no. The police is our friend. You asked us not to judge you with your past. That's what you told us. We should not judge you with your past. Now your past seems to be haunting you because the situation hasn't changed pretty much. It has not changed. How is it that now there's becoming a new style where suspects are now sent into the den? How? Suspects are now sent into the den. You remember the issue about the policeman who was in the bullion van, the makeshift bullion van at Adedinkpo, who was killed by his colleagues. Well, his colleagues, the suspects, were sent into a den and they were shot. Matter close. Matter close. In Nigeria, we saw a soldier kneeling down to aim and fire. What has happened? And that is what is repeating itself, sorry enough, in, what do you call it? In Nkranza South. You saw the soldiers in war, the new soldiers in war. You saw how they went to beat somebody. The impunity is one too many. And people are being emboldened to do that because nobody really gets punished. So the system is sponsoring brutality against the harmless and helpless and innocent citizens of the country. That's what it looks like. Go onto the street, send your BNI, send your NIB, send your national security. Let them go and ask. Don't send the national security people who were recruited through the back door, who don't even understand Alpha and Bravo. No, don't send those ones. Send the properly trained ones. Send them. Let them go and ask for information for you. So IGP, good morning to you. Mr. Ambrose Derry, good morning to you. National Security Minister, good morning to you. This is a problem, and we need to nip it in the bud at this time. If not, so Kwasianitia, Agrobegu, R2B song. Good morning. Let me wrap up with the conversation about the Achimota forest and other forests in this country. Yesterday, I asked a question. And I asked specifically because I said it doesn't make sense to me that just last year we spent 12 million Ghana cedis. 12 million Ghana cedis. The other thing is that 12 million Ghana, that's Achimota forest, by the way. That's a drone shot. Beautiful drone shot by Danny. 12 million Ghana cedis last year alone to plant 5 million trees. You granted 7 million trees. Now we go to Glasgow with a huge number, and we go and give them our action plan or plan of action for a fight against Galamsey and, you know, all those climate action, blah, blah, blah. SDG Go 13 went and spoke big English. Now we finished with that. We are back into the Tiwa forest, and now we are taking about a quarter of the Achimota forest. The family called Owu, and maybe very soon you call me Johnnie Beresford Hughes Owu, because I may just get a portion of the piece of land that has been reclassified, whatever it means. If you go around the Achimota area, if you go around Legon, if you go around Abelenkpe Jowolo, if you go around Tesano, you find that the quality of air you breathe around there is so clean. So clean, it's different. Like you go to Akosombo, the air is so clean, it's different. It's because of the trees. We know this. And I say as far back as 1930, the colonialists knew and saw that they had to create a buffer in the heart of the city to engineer rain, to provide firewood for the Achimota school, because at the time, gas stoves were not there. Also, to make sure that they had wildlife and ecological space where researchers and students can go and learn. I mean, they thought forward. 92 years on, we are deciding that we will chop part of it off. So the question I ask is, does it make sense to spend money to plant trees and then cut trees? Ajana 1, Ajana 2, as I said yesterday. Cut tree, plant tree. That's what we are doing. And my pain is that Mr. Jinapo complained about Sada and Jida before he became Deputy Chief of Staff and now Minister and MP. He complained about it. What's happening? And the excuse that, oh, we are only doing what has already been agreed on by the previous government. Well, that is why they were chased out. You call them incompetent. How do you measure yourself with the standard of the incompetent? And if at this time, the SDGs are in full force, our president is the co-chair of the SDG, Committee of the UN. And we have seen the importance to even develop a climate action plan for Ghana. We have not finished fighting Galamsey. We are only throwing money at Galamsey, really. We have not finished fighting Galamsey, because the last time I remember, there was a tripartite ministerial team of Kojo Opon Nkrumah, Mr. Abu Jinapo, and Madam Cecilia Dapa, who were actually part of the interministerial committee of 10 that President Akufo-Addo formed in the first term to fight Galamsey. They said now they were going on a tour to understand the problem of Galamsey. These are the people who told us that they have solved 95% of the problem. They are now going around on a tour to understand the 5% of the problem that is left so that they can fight it. So really, we are throwing money at Galamsey. Where are the drones? We did Operation Galam Stop, Operation Vanguard. What has been the result? Soldiers have been caught on camera protecting Galamsey sites. What has happened? National security people have been caught at Galamsey sites. What has happened? National security coordinator in the Ashanti region was hounded and chased out of his office, handcuffed. Yesterday was 1 full year. What has happened? So the impunity in the country is becoming magnanimous and is becoming huge and gargantuan by every stretch of the day. That's Achimota Forest for you. Now, I go back to 2008. 28th October 2008. This was in the last quarter of President Kufuor's presidency, second term. 28th October 2008, Thursday. 23rd of October 2008, Thursday. This was during President Kufuor's era. I read for you. It's a Ghana web story. Isaac Esau used to work there at my Johnnie Online at the time. It was sourced from my Johnnie Online. Later, Isaac came to work here. I don't know where he is these days. But it says a number of individuals and organizations, including the National Democratic Congress, have instigated campaigns of massive resistance against government's proposed conversion of the Achimota Forest into a commercial center. 2008. According to Joy News, it has in possession a letter signed by Executive Secretary of the Lands Commission, Alhaji Hamidu Ibrahim Baye, asking the Executive Director of the Forestry Commission for advice on the proposed redevelopment of the Achimota Forest. The letter stated that the Commission's input is needed urgently as the directive is coming from the Office of the President, which has mandated the Ministry of Lands, Forestry and Mines to undertake a feasibility study to convert the reserve into a high-density commercial center. The forest is located along Accra Motorway extension. It spans more than 900 acres and was set aside as a reserve in 1930. I told you acquired in 1921. There's also a 1927 acquisition, which receipt the minister says they can't find, which is why it's become necessary for them to give back the land to the original owners for whatever reason. But we know why we acquired the land. Why can't we compensate them and keep the land and use it for the climate action, the green agenda? But Kofi Boakye Yadom, I want to reveal something here quickly. Kofi Boakye Yadom, a botanist, told Joy FM Super Morning Show, the move is a bad idea. At a time the world is threatened by global warming, nothing has changed. To me, it's one of the most dangerous decisions that any technical person who is green-minded would want to make. Because Achimota Forest is just about the only green belt in the heart of Accra. And now we talk about climate change and the depletion of the ozone layer. Nothing has changed. It's worsened, actually. I wonder how anybody would want to just cut off all the green away when we have concrete all over the places in Accra now. It's a bad decision. I don't think it's correct. I agree with him 100%. Now, Mr. Yao Asafo-Maafo, who at the time was finance minister, he later became, he was not senior minister, but now, in the first administration of President Akufo-Addo, he became senior minister. So if he had been a boys' school, he would have been the boys' prefect, head boy. If he has a mixed school, he would have been the senior boys' prefect. Honorable Fremont Akosua-Parry would have been the girls' prefect. Now, this is the senior minister who is now the senior advisor to the president. Of all the advisors the president has, he is the senior most advisor. Means I have the president's ear. This was what he said in 2008. Mr. Yao Asafo-Maafo, a former minister of state and a leading member of the New Patriotic Party, observed that the move was wrong and wished it would not materialize. 2008. This was Yao Asafo-Maafo's thought. He said it was wrong and it should not materialize. Now, fast forward to 2022. He is chief advisor to the president. Is it still wrong? Is it still not advisable? I don't know. And it says, I hope it is not true. This is a quote from Asafo-Maafo. Because if it is true, it is a very major policy defect which must be corrected immediately. Where is the speed in correcting it these days? He was surprised that while countries are preventing their forests and those without forests are doing everything possible to turn certain portions of their cities into forests, Ghana is rather destroying its reserve. We are lucky to have Achimota Forest. And for heaven's sake, nobody should dream of turning it into a commercial center. We need it ecologically. We need it as part of a city that is growing at this rate. It will be very wrong for anybody to attempt to commercialize that forest. I finished. This was 2008. Yao Asafo-Maafo, Minister of State, a senior man in this country, a statesman at that. He now is the senior most advisor to the president. He has the president's ear. This is what the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources has presented to the president. Possibly the president has assented to an executive instrument which has already been gazetted and he had taken effect from the 1st of May. Mr. Yao Asafo-Maafo is still alive, is still healthy, happy and hale. he still advises the president. He thought in 2008 under President Kufuor, this move that we are doing now at the Achimota Forest was wrong, and he wished it would not materialize. Mr. Osafo-Mafo, time and chance is looking up to you. Is this still wrong? Must it still not materialize? The ball is in your court, sir. Good morning.